Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm Upside Down Handington, and today we are playing the worst game I have ever played in my whole life. Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. And for everybody who was patient enough through the first episode of Just Exposition, thank you. You will now get the treat that tastes like dog poop on a sidewalk in a summer day, because it is awful. This game is awful, and I waited until sundown, so now there's no glare besides the light. THQ indeed. There's nothing I can do about the light on the right.
They made a good battle, remember, with Danny Phantom and...
Okay, I keep calling them THQ. THQ is just the publishers, the one who make the discs themselves and everything. So Big Sky went over to them. I don't remember what Nicktoons Unite was made by. Actually,
that was a good game.
Yes,
We should play it.
We definitely should. Maybe we'll get that one soon. We certainly had issues with it at points where you're like, we hate this at times. But that one was a good game, especially compared to this awful thing.
Also, hi. I'm eating my dinner here.
Oh yes, my sister Emi Akame is right here with us, joining us with this. I need her here because there's a scary level in the first part. Here we go, Nicktoons Unite. This is a good game that Emi and I had beaten. This one was made by Blue Tongue.
Ah.
Yeah, weird, but they did a much better job than Blue Sky.
Also, I was here for the first episode of the introduction thingy. I just stayed quiet.
Yeah, she was a silent pepper.
Oh.
I don't know why I called you a pepper, but that just seemed right. Now, I have slight nostalgia for this game as it was one that I tried many times when I was younger, but only beat a few years ago, as I had mentioned before. By an amazing chance, because in the second level, there is an awful thing. So, right off the bat, now you can actually see his dumb face. Look at his face. Look at that face. His mouth never closes once in his model. Now, I do like that he has an idle animation when he kind of is like, come on, why are you waiting around? His face is so stupid looking. Now, I watched a lot of Jimmy Neutron when I was younger. I enjoyed it despite some episodes being rather scary, and I never watched every episode. Saberspark actually just did an episode about, like, Carl's butt being pregnant, and I never saw that episode.
What?
Yes, that's a real episode of Jimmy Neutron. It's scary. Not in the scary way, the scary, like, I will never unsee that sort of scary, not the actual, like, chills.
My eye.
Yes, the eye bleach kind of scary. Not like the scary that I'm going to face in this game later.
Yeah, kids can be a handful.
I love this menu so much. In fact, part of the only times when I would ever play this game is just to go into the menu screen. So over here, it's very weird. Those are glowing pipes. There's stuff flowing through them that's green. Just like a single texture that's just flowing from left to right. Doesn't quite show up as well in the recording of it, but this is the best we're going to get. There's a blue pipe here. I have no idea why that is. You can't jump past an invisible wall, which is kind of weird here because you can't go up to the pipe or the weird little blocks. But it's very weird where the area borders are. I like this gear, even though it turns literally nothing. As you can see right here, there's nothing. Oh, she looked up the Saberspark episode. You need the eye bleach. She saw the moment. So here's the load and save system. I still have my file from load from way back when, the final level. I didn't 100% it. I missed one neutron. So in this game, they don't save the neutrons, which are like your coins. They don't save any of the ones in the past levels that you did. They don't. So you can try and 100% this game, but it doesn't matter. However, you still need to collect all the neutrons anyway, because they're the only ways to get extra lives. It is terrible. And the save and load screen is very awkward. It's save and load, kind of basic, not the worst. Like, it's passable enough for, like, a movie licensed game that isn't the SpongeBob movie game or something that's really, really good. Very silent. The music stops here, which is kind of nice because the music gets a little grating in there.
I'm not okay.
So we have, I love that this is the computer, though. When you step on it, it activates, so you don't press a button. Then you press B and you can just walk on it however you want. can't jump on the monitor, but I love that each of these are hologram pads, and they're actual holograms that you can move left and right with. If you can kind of see that it shifts, I love that. I think that's great. You can tell they started working on the menu before anything else. They're working on this game in chronological order. You walk near the door, and the door opens up. Then you walk away, it closes. That's adorable. I love that.
It's adorable!
Oh, I see what you did there. You did it good. I forgot about this room, though. This is the configuration. Okay, I actually need to remember the controls. Also, you can look down here to see more pipes into Jimmy's lab, which is so cool, and I love that. And here, the gear makes sense, because you're like, oh, what could that be turning? This is awesome! I wish more menus would be this clever. And this, you can change the volume of the game by jumping on the buttons to increase it and make it louder or quieter. That is so cool. That's for the sound effects, I think. And then this is for the music of the game that you can bounce on to make it louder or quieter, which I think is also cool. Headphones? Oh, stereo or mono. Alright, we'll keep it stereo. And this, I think I could change the controls. Oh, rumble. It did do a little rumble. I don't remember any points in the game where it uses the rumble, to my knowledge. I like that. I like that so much. They didn't need to do that. Plus, this area lets you get used to the controls and the feel of Jimmy's jumping. He feels okay at jumping. He floats correctly, but he doesn't get much distance or height with his jumps. They're very, very weak. I mean, I can't even jump up this thing. For Pete's sakes. Oh, I can't jump off it either. There's an invisible wall. Whoops. But, like, the invisible walls in this game are very frustrating, too. You just never know exactly where they are. See, here, I can bump up against the side of the monitor to not move, because there's a little rim. But again, you never know what anything is. This also comes into play later in the game. Here... Oh, you can't walk up the stairs. I forgot that. You have to jump up the stairs. That's dumb. So you don't have full control of it, but I like the start of this game. And my favorite thing ever is, in the controls, is the secret files. You're like, oh, it's a file cabinet. If you stand here, it shrinks, it just goes into the ground, and then you unlock the secret files. I love that as a secret. But these are the bonus features. So you're in this really creepy underground cave, because I guess his lab is underground. And to the left, there's a little, thing here to teach you about the characters. So in case you never knew anything about them, you can walk over here and then learn everything about them, which I think is a fantastic option. He looks extremely dumb, though. He still looks dumb. We are going to go through the options and the disc, the box itself, after I finish with the game. So I won't keep you too much longer, but this is Handington. I go into great detail about this stuff. I love that he had to add in a little ledge here because the terrain was cut off. I like that as a detail there. This is the Jimmy Neutron Studios. I don't remember if I have to unlock it or not, so I have the second profile to do that. And here is the credits. And the nice thing is, you can just leave the credits at any time. You don't have to actually watch it. Again, we'll go to the theater and this thing later. There's a lot of stuff that I'm foreshadowing and not talking about now, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's actually play the game. I did not start up a profile. Whoops. There we go. Load. Accessing memory slot A. I guess we'll load... Oh, you can't load from an empty file. Okay, so I just have to start off here, and then if I choose to save, I can save it somewhere else. So here is another cool layout. This is the level select. You have another mysterious gear. What could it be turning? Except we know it's not actually turning anything, because the one over there didn't turn anything. We have weird undulating box. I don't know what that does. This, the final level, is blocked off here by an energy field. That's cool. It's like a teleporter, because that's on the Yokian planet. So you actually have to go to another world. All of the levels have like a little background here. So all the alien planets are like teleporter stuff, and the underground things, even though I think this one is in space and it's still underground, I don't know. This one is a rocket. This one is just other doors. This is to the rest of Jimmy's lab, the rest of this area, which I think is so cool. And then this one is sneaking out. I think this is so awesome, and they have little lights and everything. They could have made a good Jimmy Neutron game. Blue Sky Studios, I think, has the potential to make good games, but they don't have the ability to make So, like, they can't really program too well or test the games that well. At least, maybe they just don't have enough time to make it, or enough budget. They certainly have the passion to. His shadow is now flickering on the ground. It's kind of weird. They didn't really have that good of a shadow texture, but hey, they tried. That I will give them a "you tried" sticker for. And you can still see more pipes in the ground. I've spent so much time in this area just because I liked running around it, because it was awesome. You will also notice that the camera locks into certain spaces. I cannot control this camera one bit. This is an awful part of the game, so already you can tell little omens of this might not be the best. Oh, I can kick in this room. I guess I just didn't remember in the other room. So as you can see, he has this kick over here. It barely goes in front of him at all. Here, let me show you what this looks like up close. Kick, 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 kick. His leg sort of like grows slightly. You basically cannot attack enemies in this game, and if you can, you'd better find health soon, or else you will die. Like, you will almost die from trying to fight any enemy in this game. It is awful. So it kind of takes the plot of the movie. If you've seen the movie, then you'll have an idea of the game. So the first area, which is always unlocked, is the Retroville theme park, which is where, in the movie, Jimmy escapes to, because it's the grand opening and everything. A number of problems with this first level, too. More on the idea spectrum, as in, why would this ever be an amusement park? But technically, in the movie, it was also kind of an unsafe amusement park. So, you know what? Let's go. I don't know if we have to walk in here or stand on the platform. I'm going to walk in. Oh, you do walk in. So it just creates a hologram of the place. There we are. So this looks pretty cool, right? This looks like a cool level. I'll be quiet.
Well, well, little Jimmy made it after all. Sure, Nick, I wouldn't miss this night.
He's not moving. He's like a monkey.
Everyone else is already in the...
Oh my gosh, his face is disgusting.
The breeze. Another movie I was in, I think it was called Ghost Rider, and I played my brother or something or other. I was really fat in that, but I really think I got it through the vision, you know. I'll make this courage.
Share of the prizes. What prizes? We are not leaving until we collect 6 prizes to show off tomorrow. Think you can handle that? Oh yeah, sure.
There's the prizes. Now, I do like that this game has voice acting in it. That's the only charm that these characters have. They look so dead. He looks like a monkey. Nick here looks gross. Here, you stepped out of the room, sister. Can I... I can't kick him. Can I... Oh, right button to talk. I cannot talk with him. Okay, so Nick is just dead. Yeah, so that's not a very good cutscene there. I think they just wanted to animate later, but they didn't. They did, however, rather than animating his face, they animated little maws around this light, which I think is pretty cute. Can you see it? I like that as detail, but why focus on that instead of animating the faces to at least speak a bit? It's just a texture over his face, and he's scary. Another thing, I like this chain. When you bump into it, it shakes. And it makes a little rattling sound. That's adorable. This is so cool to stop you from leaving, because I guess this is taking place before he, like, the park opens, because other than these kids, no one is here on opening night. And this is a very dangerous park, mind you. There are fountains here. You should just never crawl into a fountain anyway. But you'll also notice that there's no other way into the park. Besides going up the fountains, which I learned later, if you ever want to try and 100% this game, don't jump up there, because you will never be able to come back to this section. I mean, if you can replay the level, but all of your neutrons get reset. They don't get saved. So we walk into the fountain here, and over each of the lights, they have little neutrons. Again, a very cute little touch. And then the fountains go up here with the water. You can't jump on these, but it goes up and down so you can try and get the neutrons and whatnot. So in this area, they have a very handy counter on the top to say that there are 60 neutrons in this area, and the whole level, there are 320. This area is the biggest area, and also the most neutrons are in here. If you collect 10 neutrons, you'll earn an extra life, which will be shown here. It makes that little do-do-do-do-do. But also you'll see that there's an infinite sign. That's not 2 zeros. That's infinity. You cannot die in the first level. The level where you're able to get the most lives. And if you've ever seen the Nostalgia Critics review of the Blues Brothers game where it's like, oh, they give you stuff, then they take it away. This game doesn't let you carry over lives from one area to the next. So you are stuck with however many lives they decide to give you per area. And then you can only get a few more if you collect these. And there are so few in the later levels, they become vital. But here, you can just collect them however you want. Oh, and the numbers, I didn't realize this too. The numbers bounce. That's a nice little touch, nice little bit of polish. So these things would be kind of good. So I can't walk past here, which is dumb. Why didn't you just add an extra gate? You can make 3 gates in the space that's left here, but okay. Oh, and it shakes more when you run past quickly. That's cool. They added in gate physics, but didn't bother to block this and just added an extra wall. Alright, that's also dumb. But that makes sense. There's a wall right there they can't get through, so they have to find a secret entrance through the park. Now I understand the thing that's above. Again, I've played through the first half of this level a couple of times, so I have an idea of what it is. In fact, if I ever play the game over just for fun when I was younger, that's what I would do. I've only ever played this game one other time to beat it, and that was a few years ago. So the plants shake, that's awesome. Inside the bushes, you can actually stand in the bushes, which I kind of like. And they have secret little things in here. And unlike in Pokemon, you can actually find stuff in the garbage cans. You kick them, and this is the only time when Jimmy's kick is able to, like, Bruce Lee a garbage can in half. How he can do that, I don't know, but they have little neutrons in there, so if you want to collect them all, you gotta explore. This is cool. I wish this was a good game, so that this stuff would be worth it. But again, even if I collect every single one of these, it is entirely useless because it does not save from level to level. You can see behind him, it creates a water trail. When he's just standing around, it also has a little puddle. Nice little game polish. Sorry for the engine sound of my camera there. I know, I'm not the most high-quality YouTuber around here, but at least I'm not selling my stuff for like $40, which is about how much this game was, I believe. We got it on sale, though, at GameStop for $6. Years and years ago, my grandmother was nice. She got me a whole bunch of GameCube games when she got me the GameCube as a gift, which was wonderful. So this is one of my first games that I had for the GameCube, and one of the first games ever that I could own on my own. Like, I could say that this was my game instead of watching our father play other games. I wonder what happens if I stand here. Okay, I just can't jump. Interesting. Huh. And they have little effects here, though. You can tell that they're PNGs, at least in person. So they're not really full models of the splash, but that's still a nice thing. They kind of they reasonably tried in this. If this was just the whole game was like this, I would not have a problem with little details and stuff. And the platforms kind of shake on the water too. That's cool. I like that. This is neat. Here you will learn that the controls are terrible. Here you have to jump. Just getting up these simple platforms where I cannot die is hard enough. So here, which you cannot see elsewhere unless you're on the top, is a hidden minecart. This will take you to the next area. I also want to look into the background because I actually didn't see that. So they have like the giant baby head or a sumo wrestler in the background, as well as like whatever that guy is with the top hat. Yeah, that guy. So I think that's sort of in the movie. I can't remember. It's been a while. So you jump in the minecart because we're done here. Oh, I wanted to try jumping on the tracks, but I couldn't. He floats downwards like he is a butterfly. Okay, I cannot jump up from here. Again, lame jump. I have to actually stand on the edge to do that. Oh, right. Gotta wait for this to go up. There we are. Can I jump? Oh, there's an invisible wall blocking me from the tracks. Okay. That one was my own doing. Whoa, 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 whoa. He doesn't feel good to control, but he's not the worst. I can get a handle of his controls. He doesn't have real physics, though. So, like, he's just in a jumping state where he has less gravity, and then I move him while he floats.
Oh, yes. They float.
It isn't really like a full jump arc. You can't really control him. It's so weird. He floats. He's so floaty.
They float.
So you walk in here. Congratulations. The minecart makes a little ride. You go through a little minecart into the next area. That's cool.
Hiya, Georgie.
Oh, I hate that. That clown is the thing that I am scared of. Let's look at this cutscene next. You get kicked off. That's dangerous, but okay. It's not authorized. Oh, there isn't a cutscene yet. Okay. Your health also over there in the corner is measured in pi. I know Jimmy Neutron's dad loved pi, so I guess that's the thing in the game. So, yeah, you have pi as your health, which I think is also clever. It's like a kid's game. When you get hurt, you have like 3 health for 3 pieces of the pie, and then each time it gets eaten, and then you eat more pie to recover your health, which I think is also nice. It has such good ideas, but it's awful. The C-stick doesn't do anything to turn the camera. This, I'm not doing on my own. It just shifts it around like this. This is terrible. I can't even see what's over here. Oh, I can spin that.
Aren't you gonna say hello?
Oh, that's right. I do remember that, but I completely forgot. So you can turn off the water pressure to get the ones up here. This is cool. Isn't it cool? Wouldn't it be great if the rest of the game was this cool? It's not. It's trash. I like this first level, though. I had fun when I was younger, running around in here. So luckily, I got all of the neutrons in that past area. I want to try and see if I can 100% the game, because this will probably be the last time I ever play this game. Oh, there's Goddard. Alright, we're going to get to that in a second. So, there's a bunch of neutrons scattered around each of the worlds. So, once you get close by, you can hear noises. So this one makes a terrible burning sound effect. Does that show up? I don't know. Can't get up there, but I can stand on the pots a little bit. I can't cheese my way up there. Okay. There is a way to get up there, though, and I will show you next. It is a very underutilized ability that will come up later. It's very situational. So they just have random blocks here that you can jump on. That's fine. Just like a playground for you to play in and just move around. Oh, the texture of this Ferris wheel is not as good as it seemed. It's not that far in the background, so you can tell that it's just like a cutout picture. But again, not as bad as Sonic Unleashes Moon that you could see in the Game Grumps playthrough, where they literally left the white space around it in an official Sega licensed game.
It's a square image of the moon that they just pasted onto the skybox.
Oh, I couldn't see it at first. Yeah, if you look closely, everyone, you can see in the space that you can see the square.
Like the glow is cut off a little bit on the top and the side.
That's so funny. Oh, come on, guys.
It's made out of sand, and then this is part of what's this over there? Oh, I can just jump and collect these. Okay, I didn't realize that. There's a power-up where you can turn Goddard into a scooter and run around. You're supposed to jump off that ramp in order to get it. But his hitbox with his hair is tall enough where I can just get those. These, however, not on the ramp, are too high for me to get. But Goddard also has a second power-up, a pogo stick, that allows him to jump up super high, which is what we can use instead to get those that are too difficult to reach over here at the moment. I wonder if I can reach these, though, just by jumping as Jimmy. Can't stand on the bench. Oh, I can. Huh. I didn't know that. Okay. So we'll get those in just a second. Ooh, other thing over here. Yay. His jump is so lame. You'd think, oh, I think I could try and get up there. No, I can just about make this. I'm talking about the jumps a lot. The bane of my existence for gaming is, like, coming up soon. This clown is awful and evil. We will avoid this until we have to. It is not only scary looking, inside is awful. So let's talk to Goddard.
Oh, come on, bucko. Don't you want a balloon?
I'm not supposed to take stuff from strangers. My dad said so.
Very wise of your dad, Georgie. Very wise indeed.
Kick him? Oh, I have to kick Goddard. I forgot about this. So that's a cool transformation. He's right here, right by the entrance. The scooter is weird because you will always move forward, even without you pressing anything. If you push up, then you'll dash forward already, and you'll be able to zip around. If you've ever played a game with ice physics, the scooter is just ice physics if you're trying to move around and continuously move. But when he stops, he comes to a dead halt and then continues to move forward. It's very weird. It's so hard to control, because he drifts. Oh, he can jump, that's right. Can't attack on the... You can't attack on the scooter, but he can do a little wheelie. I never noticed that. I didn't know he could do that. So you can't jump when he's doing a wheelie, though. Huh. Up, and then there's a timer as well. Did I mention that? So you can't be on him forever. So he just disappears. There he is, though. Okay, this one turns... I guess... Does he appear somewhere else and that's the pogo stick? Or is this one always a scooter? Or is it really random? It's been a while since I played the game. I can't remember. So you're supposed to go over here and push forward in whatever direction you're at to move. I'm pushing slightly to the left to turn his direction, but he keeps going to the right. I guess it's some problem on the sand. So you go over, you try and get on this ramp, which is terrible. And you can get on the ramp, There we are. Whoa! So these controls are so awful. I am trying my hardest to get precision on the ramp. Why did you not jump off the ramp? He, like, loses his momentum and can't jump off the ramp. It's designed to jump off the ramp. He stops in order to jump. Oh, it's ticking on the bottom. That means we're going to lose him in a second. There he goes. So, those controls are terrible. This Goddard, this is the Goddard that turns into a pogo stick. I think I made a mistake here, and it actually is... Yep, okay. So I just went to different ones. So, I was wrong there. My apologies, friends. The pogo stick is great. This is the best Goddard thing. The best Goddard power-up. There's one other thing that he turns into. The slalom... The board. That is necessary for certain points in the game. So over here, I can actually bounce up and stay on this spot because he has the extra power jump. That's cool. I like that. This is my favorite of them so far. We're gonna stay away from the clown. His eyes move as well. We're just not gonna look at that. I hate that clown so much, and anybody who has a fear of clowns, you'll hate that too.
I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. So now we know each other.
Oh, Goddard stops when I walk past here. Look, the cobwebs shake. Oh, that's so cool. How about the flowers? Oh, the flowers dingle-dangle when you walk past them. I will zoom in just in case you couldn't see it. See, they shake. Oh, we're going to hit the half-hour time limit for this. So, the recording will be stopped for a second. I guess we'll resume in just a sec. Recording resumed. That's just how my camera works. Where you're going to get a long episode, I promise this. The vine shakes too. You can't climb it up, but that's cool. Looks like a little hidden temple. That's neat. I like that. And more bushes with, the things to collect. Again, it's a nice first level. It's a fun place to run around and explore, except you can't go back past there. Hi, Nick. I guess you teleported somehow. How? You weren't there before. So I guess, can I go through this? Oh, this is the exit to the park. Somehow there's another exit? 2 exits? I don't know. Anyway, so there's also a really nice Ultra Lord statue, I think from the movie as well. That's a nice touch. They clearly cared about Jimmy Neutron and working on this, but they love SpongeBob more and decided to leave. So, this is another part of the game. All the lights have little moths, or, little moths flying around. I mean, when you walk in the bushes, they have little grass effects that fly off of you. That's so cool. Here, I will zoom in once more. You can see the little grass particles. So, as you can tell, I'm sorry again for the camera motor while I get the zoom right. They cared somewhat about this game, and they started to care. The cricket chirping becomes extremely obnoxious and awful soon, but luckily that's not the worst part about this game. The Retroland music gets a little on your nerves. It's not the best score, but it's not the worst. This area is a little bit shorter than I remember it. Oh well. Here we go. And I like the sign that it says, "Congratulations, you got it." That's nice. I like that. That's good. And this over here, the entrance to the Rocket Land, I thought was cool. It has a little parachute and then it falls, then the other one bounces upwards and then that falls, and they go back and forth. This looks cool. Like it actually rocket launches and then needs a tiny parachute to fall down. It's very stiff looking, but that's cute, and I love that they have the little Tesla coils on the top, and little rockets that fly around there, and it's a game, so they don't need it on a track or anything. So it's like, okay, I could say that's fine. That's cool. I like that. That's nice. This door will open up. It's weird looking, but apparently this door the kids can open up, and Jimmy is not enough of a scientist to know how to hack electrical doors, I guess. I don't know. But again, this area here, safe environment, stuff to collect, gives you an idea of the Goddard power-ups. it doesn't tell you what everything is. It lets you play it for yourself. This game starts out fantastically. It doesn't hold your hand with the tutorial, but gives you everything you need to start off. It just feels a little bit cheaply made, which is excusable, because, again, they did it in a year. Like, it's not, they didn't have that much money. Part of their whole studio was even going bankrupt. But again, they had money when they were making this portion of the game, so that isn't really a thing to blame. But knowing the fact that they literally just rushed the rest of this game to work on SpongeBob is what makes the rest of it awful, because there is so much potential. I wish Nickelodeon didn't call it and they didn't run out of money so that they could actually have made this a good game. The other people who made Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion, a game that I also played and really liked, which was so much better, still very clunky, but I can forgive it, because it just made the game kind of hard, but it was a lot of fun. And a full game. They actually made that a really good game. Or at least a decently good game. Yeah, I'd say it was, in hindsight, it's a passable game that I loved, so that's good. I never played Attack of the Twonkies. I was kind of scared of the game. Loved the special to death. Watched it a ton of times. But that's the situation and how it is. So, hello, child, who we don't really know. You're like an NPC in the show anyway. I should be able to talk to these people. I'm pressing all the buttons. Start. Okay. Restart. Options. Yeah, so the thing on the bottom there, those are all of the treasures. It is so insulting, the ending of the level. It gets frustrating, but the rest of the park is through there, and that's fun as well. Who do I need to talk to? Didn't it say... Hold on. Restart level, exit level, restart game. It's kind of a weird option. But again, you can see this menu. I didn't notice this, but Jimmy's head, they left white spots on there. They didn't crop it out entirely. This, a little secret way to test out the environment, because he couldn't get on this when the fountain was rising it. It's good. I wish this game was actually good. Now this part I've played through a whole bunch of times, so I have nostalgia for this. How do you talk? I'm pressing all of the buttons. Options. Sound volume. Music volume. Oh, it's... The music stops to let you figure out the sound. Oh, that's cool. I'll keep the music a bit lower, but the sound up a little bit. Select, change, accept. Why can't I talk to you? Why can I not talk to you? Also, Jimmy's kick is part of his model. This will be important news to remember later. Notice that weird little spasm with the jump there? Yeah, that will be important later. So I guess we kick Goddard to activate him, but I can't kick the kids? Where? I thought, like, Carl comes by. Alright, I can't talk to you. Now, it's at this point where I wish the UI was a bit better. What do I... Oh, wait! I think I had to walk into one of these areas, right? Did I have to start off in one of the rides? Because usually the kids activate the area for you. You have to do a whole bunch of little fetch quests and stuff. Now, this one comes later, I know that. The clown also comes later. No thank you. We're gonna walk past it.
I gotta go.
Go? Without this?
My goat!
Exactly. Go on, kiddo. Take it.
What was I supposed to do? There's the giant sumo in the background over here. Weird. I guess it's just a ride that they like. Okay. What was it? What am I missing? I could have sworn you had to talk to someone. Is it Cindy? Carl comes later. Sheen comes later, I think. Here are the rockets. What is happening? Why can't I go forward? I'm pressing
You snuck out too, Rose?
X?
It's easy when you're as small as I am.
X.
Have you been to the Midway yet? No, I haven't. What's it like? Oh, Jimmy, it's so great. There are cool games, and you can even win some prizes, too.
And there's cotton candy and rides and all sorts of surprises down here.
Wow, sounds great. I think I'll go check it out.
2 kids gonna die tonight.
More kids will show up, and then they use their telekinetic powers to open up the rest of the rides. But I want to talk to Nick. What do you have to say?
Have you gotten any prizes yet?
You're a jerk. Okay. I hate you. Alright, let's look at the clown for a second here.
Oh yeah, I'm talking clowns.
Yep, the eyes shift. They don't follow you, but they shift. I hate it. I'm not even going to walk near it. It has funhouse noises. It is not fun.
Okay, clowns everywhere.
That is... I had so many nightmares about that area when I was a kid, because it is actually a mouth. You go into the clown's mouth. That is the area. It is terrible. This looks cool, though. This feels like Disneyland. I like that. And this spot here, it feels a little bit like Epcot. Like there's that overpass section. That's awesome. So you go in here, and this area looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And there's a garbage can you can kick to earn some more stuff. Just disintegrate it. Bruce Lee! Just trash it. It breaks apart. This area feels much more like an amusement park walking area, too. I like this. The little balloons. Oh, the balloons shake as well.
And balloons, too. All colors.
There's a little helium tank. That's cute. Kick that to earn some more stuff. Again, I'm going to try and 100% the game. I have almost 100%ed it, besides the one that I missed in the final level, which I didn't even remember. I thought I had 100%ed the game. I got all the ones before it, but nothing to show. So here's a cool little fortune teller box. Rather than using money, you just kick it, which is hilarious.
Even the smallest man may one day reach the stars.
There's also a running motif in the movie that, like, Jimmy Neutron is super small, which actually is the reason why he wears his hair up so high. And I think the game had even taught me that, or some other game, that he's actually very short underneath it. His head is just like... He's much shorter than the other kids, which is why his hair is super tall. I love that it has hair bounce physics. That's cool. Better than Aquaman on the GameCube.
Even the smallest man may one day reach the stars.
So you can leave and it still says that.
Often a leap of faith is the only way to achieve one's goal.
Also, foreshadowing for the second level.
True genius knows no limitations.
I like the way that she says this, she just kind of repeat it over and over. True genius never knows limitations.
True genius knows no limitations.
There we go.
Buy a retro dog now and get a medium drink for only 25 cents.
I love that. This is awesome. I love that it has advertising in there. 25 cents is actually a good price, too. This is so charming. Oh, I forgot I actually like the intro of this game. I would just play it for this area and never really go to the rest of the sections. I just loved this spot.
What's up with the hair, kid?
She has way more things to say. I like how she's sort of psychic, but also just a machine. This is great.
True genius knows no limitations.
I remember this one the most. I think she says it the most.
What's up with the hair, kid?
This is great.
A leap of faith is the only way to achieve one's goal.
That is awesome. This is also another ride. This is cool. They had big plans for this. I'm going to show you, because when you hop into any rocket you see, besides the one in the level select, it has a secret mini game in here, which is also not mandatory for beating the game at all. It is completely optional. They focused on making the mini game over the actual game. I said that before. There's a little control pad that they had, and it looks like they're allowed to have the PNGs here because it looks like it's a fake ride. You're supposed to jump in there and just kind of shake, so he uses his imagination, essentially. This is good! This is so good! I love this! Emmy has left, by the way. I have no idea what this is. I don't know why you can jump onto it. This seems extremely dangerous. I imagine there was supposed to be a wall here. Is this like a bench that you're supposed to stand on? It looks sort of like a meteor. I guess they're pretending it is. And all of the plants shake when you walk by them, too. That's a nice detail. I will definitely give this game credit where credit is due. Hello, hot dog stand. I want to buy a retro dog, but I can't. But I can jump on top of the umbrella to get this. That's awesome! Can't climb up there, but I can do that in order to get this. So I can get that. Jimmy's hair has a hitbox. I thought you just had to jump off of there to get it. I like this little waterfall. Hey, he's getting clean. There's a little rocket that's suspended by nothing. Oh look, let's go underneath the rocket. Alright, let's move forward. Oh, and there's another thing over here. I like that it uses this part of the environment to get you up higher. That's neat, and would be great for teaching you about better levels to come. If there are better levels, but this tutorial is the best part. I know, please just bear with me while I say things.
God help us all.